Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. I hope everyone have a good condition and thank you for your time to watch this video. Before we start our presentation, I will introduce our group. We are from second group. We will present about basic voice. Before that, my name is Alvin Aulaens and to my friend Risman Mulatul Asfa and Faismatul Hidayah. We will tell you about the first is definition, the second is when we use passive voice, the third is the formula, and the last how to fix passive voice. The first is what is the passive voice? Passive voice describes a verb whose action is performed on the subject, not by the subject. It means that the subject and object flip-flop. The action target is the purpose. The subject becomes the passive recipient of the action. Passive voice is the opposite of active voice. Jadi, passive voice di sini merupakan kata kerja yang tindakannya dilakukan pada subjek, bukan oleh subjek. Artinya, subjek dan objeknya saling bertukar. The action targets atau bisa kita sebut objek pada active voice akan dijadikan fokusnya. The subject becomes the passive recipient. Subjek menjadi penerima pasif dari tindakan tersebut. Dan passive voice ini merupakan lawan dari active voice. The example, jadi active voice itu mempunyai formula subject plus verb or modal plus object. The example, Anggun makes a cake. If we change in passive voice, it becomes subject plus be plus verb G plus by. A cake is made by Anggun. Jadi, pertama-tama kita harus menganalisis objek yang ada di active voice. Jadi, kita di sini mendapatkan a cake merupakan sebuah objek yang ada di active voice. Lalu kita ubah menjadi passive voice, a cake menjadi subjeknya. Dan terjadilah a cake is made by Anggun. Notes, Anggun as a subject and active voice becomes an object in the passive voice. So the next, when we use passive voice, first, sometimes the subject is unknown or insignificant. In this situation is the best to use passive voice. Jadi, terkadang subjek itu tidak diketahui atau tidak tersignifikan. Jadi, pada situasi ini kita baiknya memakai passive voice. Contohnya, in active voice, someone robbed the supermarket last night. Karena someone itu merupakan subjek yang tidak diketahui. Someone, seseorang. Jika kita rubah ke passive voice menjadi the supermarket was robbed last night. Atau bisa juga kita jadikan sebagai the supermarket was robbed last night by someone. Karena di sini subjeknya tidak ketahui, kita boleh menulisnya, juga boleh tidak menulisnya. Ini akan dijelaskan pada slide selanjutnya oleh teman saya. Lalu yang kedua, if we only want to focus on the situation, not on who did it. Jadi ketika kita hanya ingin fokus kepada suatu kejadiannya, bukan kepada siapa yang melakukannya. Contohnya, jika pada active voice, the man is kicking the ball now. Artinya, laki-laki sedang menendang bola sekarang. Jika kita rubah menjadi passive voice, the ball is being kicked now. Atau bisa kita jadikan sebagai the ball is being kicked by the man now. Jadi karena di sini fungsinya untuk fokus kepada situasi, kita bisa menulis subjeknya atau kita tidak bisa, kita boleh menulis subjek atau boleh tidak menulisnya. Lalu selanjutnya, if you are writing in a scientific way that traditionally relies on passive voice. Passive voice is often preferred in lab reports and scientific research papers, most notably in the materials and method section. Jadi, jika kita menulis suatu kimia ilmiah atau secara tradisional, itu biasanya lebih diandalkan untuk menggunakan passive voice. Karena passive voice seringkali lebih disukai dalam laporan lab dan makalah penelitian ilmiah, terutama pada bagian bahan dan metodenya. The example is the sodium hydroxide was dissolved in water. The solution was treated with hydrochloric acid. Lalu sometimes a statement in passive is more polite than active voice. Jadi seringkali statement yang kita menggunakan passive voice itu lebih sopan dan lebih tidak menyinggung siapapun daripada kita menggunakan active voice. Langsung saja kita masuk ke contohnya. Jika ya pada active voice, you have made a mistake, yang artinya kamu telah membuat suatu kesalahan, sebuah kesalahan. Jika kita merubahnya pada passive voice, a mistake was made. Jadi, di sini artinya sebuah kesalahan telah dibuat. In this case, it focus on the fact that a mistake was made, but it don't blame anyone. Jadi pada kasus ini hanya terfokus pada fakta bahwa kesalahan telah dibuat dan oleh karena itu pada kasus ini pada passive voice ini tidak ada yang disinggung. Jadi dapat disimpulkan bahwa jika kita menggunakan passive voice itu kalimatnya lebih sopan. Oke, the next is formula akan dipresentasikan oleh teman saya. Time is yours.
The next chapter is formula. Before going into the example, we must know the formula first. The general rules or formula. Then subject plus E plus property by plus pure. Not only pronoun ya. For example, a book is bought by her. Nah, we cannot use by if first the subject in active voice is unknown or insignificant. The second, the subject is identified pronoun, someone, everyone, noun. The next is how to use the passive voice in tense. The first is simple present tense. When active voice, the formula is subject plus verb 1 plus object. For example, somebody holds a ceremony. And when passive voice, the formula is subject plus to be, is, or am, or are, plus verb 3. For example, a ceremony is held. Nah, the word a ceremony in the active voice becomes the object, but when the passive voice change to the subject, and the word hold is verb 1, then when the passive voice is changed to verb 3, it is held. The second is simple past tense. When active voice, the formula is subject plus verb 2 plus object. For example, I ate fried rice yesterday. And when passive voice, the formula is subject plus was or were plus verb 3. For example, fried rice was eaten by me yesterday. Nah, simple past when the passive voice has was or were after the subject and word rice is verb 2, then when passive voice change to verb 3. The next is simple present continuous tense. When active voice, the formula is subject plus to be or am or are plus verb in plus object. For example, Irfan is cleaning the floor. And when passive voice, the formula is subject plus be is or am or are plus being plus verb 3. For example, the floor is being cleaned by the servant. The next is present perfect tense. When active voice, the formula is subject plus has of or have plus object. For example, someone has written the letter. And the passive voice, the formula is subject plus has or have plus been plus verb 3. For example, the letter has been written by someone. And the next is simple future tense. When active voice, the formula is subject plus will plus verb 1 plus object. For example, Rita will wash the car. And when passive voice, the formula is subject plus will plus be plus verb 3. For example, the car will be washed by Rita. The next is present perfect continuous tense. When active voice, the formula is subject plus has or have plus been plus verb in plus object. For example, we have been helping poor people. And passive voice formula is subject plus has or have plus been plus verb 3. For example, poor people have been being helped. Next, future continuous tense. When active voice, the formula is subject plus will plus be plus verb in plus object. For example, Andre will be collecting the paper. And the passive voice formula is subject plus will plus being plus verb 3. For example, the paper will be being collected by Andre. The next is future perfect tense. When active voice, the formula is subject plus will plus have plus verb 3 plus object. For example, John will have sold the car. And when passive voice, the formula is subject plus will plus have plus been plus verb 3. For example, the car will have been sold by John. And the last, future perfect continuous tense. When active voice, the formula is subject plus will plus have plus been plus verb in plus object. Example is will have been presenting final project. And when passive voice, the formula is subject plus will plus have plus being plus verb 3. For example, final project will have been presented by Iis.
Yang selanjutnya yaitu modal auxiliary. Modal auxiliary merupakan kata kerja tambahan yang dapat digunakan untuk menggunakan berbagai kemungkinan, kebutuhan, atau keinginan untuk melakukan sesuatu. Beberapa contoh kalimat yang menggunakan modal auxiliary berupa can, called, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, and ought to. Struktur modal auxiliary active voice yaitu subject plus modal plus verb 1 plus object. Sebagai contoh, the woman can answer the question. Selanjutnya passive voice yaitu subject plus modal plus be plus verb 3. Sebagai contoh, the question can be answered by the woman. Yang kedua yaitu how to fix passive voice. Yang pertama, identify subject, verb, and object in active voice, yaitu identifikasi subjek, kata kerja, dan objek dengan suara aktif. Yang kedua, move the object in active voice into the subject in the passive voice, yaitu pindahkan objek dengan suara aktif ke subjek dengan suara pasif. Yang ketiga, identify the tense used in active sentence, yaitu identifikasi tenses yang digunakan dalam kalimat aktif. Yang keempat, add verb participle, yaitu tambahkan kata kerja participle atau verb 3. Dan yang terakhir, add by subject verb active sentence, yaitu tambahkan subjek dari kalimat aktif. Thank you.